find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
On the ready, faster, faster. Ready.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, what a juke into space. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And some room to run now. Still going. He may go. Javonte Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer that. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Okay, right?
Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Come on, set. On the ball. On the ball. 43 rail.
On second down, here's Lance. Out to the flat here for Johnson. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And 38 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Lance on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be fourth down. And here's Trenton Gill now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Javonte Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it second down.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season. And he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. Now a 2nd and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. The Broncos are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
On second down, Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the road and sharing in the belief that they do their job. They'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
They'll run out of the gun here, Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now a nice throw here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 2. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Stiff-armed him. And he's taken down inside the 30. 151 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Get it. Panther Street. Panther Street. Ready, ready.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll be out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
On the ready. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
Williams. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Williams again, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Okay, ready.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Cowboy 80.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after here coming up. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Logan. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. You know, he's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Ready, set.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Viking 18. Go.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 49. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 4.
Hey, smash Broncos. Ready.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Back to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. Take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Meanwhile, Lance's throw there complete to Mooney. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half, and now 7 on the game.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Panther 60! Panther 60!
On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Bronco 80. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Check go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
At their own 46-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tyler Scott, 33 yards. And the Bears take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready, break. Real green. Green jack. Tag.
On 1st down, Lance. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Logan. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. on second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Throw left side, complete to Scott. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now Lance throwing on second down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And not a good time for the sack on second and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's third down.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for him, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception.
Let's go now.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Reed, go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Street.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 241 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt! Hurt!
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Let's go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Yellow. Hut, hut.
Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Come on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. Let go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Go.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On the go.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Street. Ready,
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Lance's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
15 at the 44-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw here. That is caught. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now 2nd and 9.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Hawk 70. Go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the try here for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
go now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
He's got a man complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Ready.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Lance going to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And Lance now to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them.
Lance throws the interception, his third. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Lance's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Charles, a lot